North Korea has a strict rules and regulations, restricts the rights and freedom of its citizens, including women. These rules often reflect the government's desire to maintain control and ensure conformity to the state's ideology. Here are some general rules and restrictions that affect women in North Korea. 1. Mandate dress code. Women are required to dress moderately and conservatively. Skirts must be below the nails. Ban on Western fashion. Wearing jeans, tight clothing, or any other fashion deemed Western is prohibited. Hairstyles. Women are limited to a small selection of state-approved hairstyle. Gender segregation. In many public spaces, women and men are segregated, including in some public transportation and center events. That is, women cannot sit together with men in any event, be it party, anywhere. Man is on one side and woman is on the other side. No mixture of men and women. Women are not allowed to express opinion that contradicts the government policy or leadership. Compulsory loyalty to the state. Women are required to participate in regular loyalty pledges and activities that demonstrate their allegiance to the regime. Restriction on travels. Women are not allowed to travel freely without government permission. Limit employment opportunities. Women are often restricted to a certain type of job, especially those deemed suitable for their gender by the state. Mandatory participation in state government. Women are required to participate in mass rally, parades, and other state-organized events. Ban on religious practice. Practicing religion is illegal, and women caught engaged in religious activities face several punishments. Strict censorship. Women cannot access uncontrolled information and only exposed to state-approved content. Compulsory labor. Women may be required to participate in forced labor projects organized by the state. No access to birth control. Access to birth control is limited, and family planning is tightly controlled by the state. No abortion. Prohibition of abortion. Abortion are restricted and often illegal without the state approve. The state must approve it before you go for abortion. No abortion at all. The state control childbirth. Compulsory childbearing. Women are often pressured to have multiple children to support the state population goals. No right to protest. Women are not allowed to protest or to engage in political activities. Government-controlled marriage. You cannot marry anyhow. Marriage are often arranged or controlled by the state, with limited freedom for women to choose their partner. The government choose your partner for you as a woman. You cannot marry anybody without government consent. State controls of personal lives. The state controls their personal lives. The government controls many aspects of personal life, including where women can live and who they can associate with. Prohibition of private business. Women cannot start a business or run private business. All economic activities are under state control. Women cannot start any, even pure water business. Women cannot start any business without the government involvement. Please, Nigeria, my people in Nigeria, please listen to this. Several punishments for Japa syndrome. Women who attempt to flee the country face several punishments, including imprisonment, forced labor, and execution. No Japa syndrome. No Japa syndrome. Oh. No access to independent legal representation. Women cannot access independent legal representation. All legal proceedings are controlled by the state. You cannot call a lawyer. You cannot go to court. You cannot do anything legally. Restriction on personal grooming or fashion products. Women are limited to access personal grooming products or fashion products such as cosmetics, skincare, and sanitary pad. No. You cannot bleach. You cannot change your skin color. No Bobrisky. State assigned housing. Women cannot choose where to live. Housing is assigned by the state based on factors like employment and royalty. Compulsory military service. Women are required to serve in the military force for a set of numbers of years often under harsh conditions. Now, wow. No access to independent media. Women cannot access independent media such as news outlets, radio stations, websites, and are only exposed to state-controlled media. Prohibition of foreign relationships. Relationships with foreigners are heavily monitored and generally prohibited unless explicitly approved by the government. Surveillance of communication. Women phone calls, letters, and email, where available, are monitored by the state, limiting their privacy. Compulsory participation in ideological education. Women must regularly attend sections that reinforce the state's ideology and are penalized for failing to do so. Restriction on owning property. Women, like all citizens, cannot own private property. Everything is controlled by the state government. Ban on foreign travel for study. Women are generally prohibited from traveling abroad for education or study abroad. Restricted communications with families abroad. Women are prohibited or forbidden for communicating with families members who have deflected or live abroad. No access to international aid. Women are often denied access to international humanitarian aid, which is heavily controlled by the state government. Controlled use of technology. Women's access to technology, including the internet and mobile phone, is tightly controlled and monitored by the state. State mandates childcare practice. Childcare practices are often dictated by the state, with women being required to follow a specific guidelines to train their children. Gender-based violence. Women face gender-based violence, including domestic abuse, with little to no resource for justice. State-directed marital expectation. Women are expected to fulfill specific roles in marriage, often dictated by the state's traditional views in gender roles. No access to personal banking. Women have limited access to banking services and cannot control their own finance independently. Mandatory participation in reality songs and chants. Women are required to learn and practice and participate in singing reality songs and chanting slogans that praise the leadership every time. State controls health information. Health information is tightly controlled, and women are only provided with state-approved medical knowledge. Some of the rules that operate against women in North Korea. These rules illustrate the oppressive environment in North Korea, where women's rights and freedoms are restricted and violated. The government maintains strict control over all aspects of life, with serious consequences for those who do not comply. If you want more of this kind of stories or what is happening around, kindly drop at the comments and also subscribe to my channel so that you will know when next I will drop another video. Thank you. God bless.